Joe
Donald Trump
is resigning as the director of
top
tourism.
official who has resigned from Donald Trump's White House position. And so we got a lot to talk about tonight. We're gonna listen in on what Candace had to say about this thing going on today. We're gonna listen to some MAGA voters right now because they are in an uproar. So we're gonna listen in, chat.
I would like to propose that anytime one of you little maggots opens your mouth and says,
Not the little
"I
maggots.
didn't vote for this," you must immediately follow it with the phrase, "Kamala was right."
What's up,
Because
Mason?
if you didn't vote for this, then she was right, because she told you all this was going to happen.
A new wave of debate is erupting between MAGA voters and those who didn't vote for Trump, as past warnings from Kamala Harris resurface and spark fresh questions. Were those claims dismissed too quickly?
What's going on, chat?
Are they being re-examined now? Listen closely as people across the country share their reactions and personal stories behind this growing uproar.
Have we just elected the black lady with the silk breasts? Had we just elected Big Sister General? Had we just elected the black lady with the weird laugh? Had we just elected man of the wheels on the bus go round and round, we would not be at war with Iran right now. And I know what some of y'all are thinking. Joshua, why are you screaming? Joshua, how many times you gonna say this? I'm gonna keep saying it until it finally clicks.
What up, Chris?
Because folks, this was an open book test. Not only was this an open book test, the professor was at the board giving the answers, and we failed.
Ooh. Wait.
And now we have 4 dead Americans as a result. We have F-15 fighter jets being shot out of the sky by friendly fire.
Shit, you got way more.
Selected the black lady with the weird laugh. Folks would have money to purchase their first home.
Yeah.
American people would have quality health care.
Yep.
We would not be at war with Iran.
Facts. Come on now. Facts.
Spending billions of dollars of taxpayer money that has not been approved by Congress to fund this war.
Come on now. Talk about it.
So I'm going to keep saying it, and I'm going to keep screaming it until the American people finally understand. If you could have just set your racism and your sexism aside,
come on,
and voted for Kamala Harris,
talk about it.
We would be in a better position today.
Harris was right about everything.
Target and punish those who disagree with him or refuse to bend to his will. He calls these Americans the enemy within. And says that he would use the American military to go after American citizens. Journalists whose stories he doesn't like. Nonpartisan election officials who refuse to cheat by finding a few extra votes for him. Judges who insist on following the law instead of following him.
Come on.
It is for reasons like these that General Mark Milley, the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff,
talk about it.
Donald Trump's top general,
talk about it,
has called Trump, and I quote, fascist to the core. And it is clear Donald Trump is increasingly unstable.
Yep.
And unhinged.
That's right.
And will stop at nothing to claim unchecked power for himself.
Yep.
The right to do anything I want to do. I'm the president of the United States.
In everything that we go through with this administration, I'm going to keep saying this.
Say it again.
Kamala was right.
Facts.
You can disagree if you want.
Yep.
But I'm going to say it again.
Come on, let us know.
Kamala was right.
Kamala was right.
The black woman, she was right.
She was right. She ain't black, but she was right.
Everything that this man is doing, Kamala said it.
Come on. What up, Sterling?
And I'm also going to say, she really did win. I'm going to say that over and over again.
Okay. Okay. What's good with it?
Kamala was right. People did not listen.
If you've been injured in a recent car accident that wasn't your fault, I'm going to show you how
Well, stay trained.
To go the other way.
Stay
The
trained.
election was almost a year ago, which is so fucking crazy. I cannot believe that we have suffered through almost an entire year of Donald Trump again. And I was thinking today, like, what could we have had? Like a year ago today, I remember being so filled with hope. I was like this close to being proud to be an American again. And then she lost. But what did Kamala Harris have to say this time last year? Like, what could we have had? Let's take a look together, shall we?
On day one, Donald Trump would walk into that office with an enemies list.
Yep.
You know, he talks about the enemies from within.
Yep.
When I am elected, I will walk in with a to-do list focused on your. And at the top of my list is bringing down your cost of living.
Come on. Come on.
My focus every single day as president. I will give a middle-class tax cut to over 100 million Americans. We will enact the first ever federal ban on corporate price gouging on groceries.
What are you guys right about now?
We will fight to make sure hardworking Americans can actually afford a place to live.
Come on.
And if any of you out there are caring for an elderly parent, well, my plan will cover the cost of home care under Medicare. So that seniors can get the help and care they need to stay in their own homes. It's about dignity. It's about dignity. And my plan will lower the cost of childcare, cut taxes for small businesses. Do we have any small business owners here? I love our small businesses. My plan will lower healthcare costs because, by the way, I believe access to healthcare should be a right and not just a privilege.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It's about values. On the other hand, Donald Trump's answer to the financial pressures you face, well, it's the same as it was last time. Another $1 trillion in tax cuts for billionaires and big corporations. Right. And this time, he will pay for it with a 20% national sales tax on everything you buy that is imported. Clothes, food, toys, cell phones. A Trump sales tax would cost the average American family nearly $4,000 more.
Donald Trump ain't did shit for the average American. Donald Trump ain't did nothing for the middle class American, the average American.
And get rid of the Affordable Care Act. Remember how many times he's tried to do that?
Nothing.
And you're booing because if he were successful, it would throw millions of Americans off of their health insurance and take us back to when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions. You remember what that was like?
Yeah.
Well, we are not going back.
I remember what that was like.
Oof, how did we fumble the bag so fucking hard? Was she a perfect candidate? Absolutely not. But show me one. Show me a perfect candidate. Helen Keller would have been a better candidate than Donald Trump. She's not even real.
You know, folks, one of the most frustrating parts about this whole thing in Iran.
Donald Trump ain't did nothing but divide this country. That's it. We got MAGA voters turning against him. Over half of the MAGA voters right now do not approve of this war in Iran. All right, because back in 2016, back in 2012, 2011, he was criticizing the former presidents on saying that we're gonna go to war with Iran. We're gonna go to war with Iran. The deal that Obama made was the worst deal in the United States history. Blah, 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 blah. You're gonna put us in a war with Iran. He's gonna put us in war with Iran, right? And so Donald Trump is a compulsive liar, a pathological liar. He was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein, one of the guys who had the largest human trafficking rings in U.S. history, right? You mean to tell me that everybody knew what Jeffrey Epstein was all about in the 80s and Donald Trump became best friends with him in the 90s? Come on, make it make sense. A lot of you guys are just in denial, right? You're in denial. You support a pedophile, and that's okay. You can continue to support a pedophile, or birds of a feather flock together. Ain't no way I could be your buddy and I know that you're dealing with kids, right? Ain't no way I could be your best friend and I know you're dealing with kids. You're dealing with little girls. I know this, right? I cannot do that. But if you support that, then that's all on you, right? You support a man who raped E. Jean Carroll, right? It was found true in court that he raped a woman back in the 90s. Raped her. And it was proven to be true in court. But you guys are going to say, oh, no, she lied on Trump. It was a lie. She lied. Even though it was proven through our court system that you that you solely believe in, right? You believe in our court system, the right to be proven until to be proven innocent, innocent to proven guilty, right? You're innocent until proven guilty. But when Donald Trump was proven guilty, that he raped E. Jean Carroll, y'all don't want to believe it, right? The woman is lying. Oh, she's lying. Oh, she's just lying because he's rich. She's lying. She's just trying to get money out of him, right? You don't want to believe the victims who came forward and said that Donald Trump touched them, right? Even the woman that was proven to be right in court, proven to be true in court, right? That she proved that he raped her in the 90s. But you guys don't care about that, right? Birds of a feather flock together because you are just like Donald Trump. You have the same spirit as Donald Trump. That's exactly why you support Donald Trump, because you have that same type of spirit, right? You don't care. He's your God. He's your king, right? He can do no wrong, right? Understand, if Donald Trump don't give a shit about you, all Donald Trump care about is his billionaire friends. That's it. That's it, right? Senator Chris Murphy just came out and proved that there was a lot of bets in place right before the first strikes took place in Iran, right? Donald Trump and his camp was placing bets. He had people placing bets that they would strike Iran. Go watch the video. Senator Murphy just proved that there was people betting on this war. There was people betting on this war. Right? You just had one of your top officials. You just had one of your top counterterrorism officials, Joe Kent, just resigned from the Trump administration and said he saw no threat. Iran posed no threat to the United States of America. He just resigned and came out and released a statement and said that we have no business in Iran. No business in Iran. Why? Why are we doing this? Because we want to control the Strait of Hormuz. That's it. Donald Trump is doing this so that he can benefit off of it, so that they can take over the strait and him and his billionaire friends can pocket the money. That's exactly why he's doing this. It's all about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not looking out for the best interests of the United States citizens. He's not. He's looking out for his own interests and his billionaire friends' interests. That's it. And him and his family. He's only looking out for him, his friends, and his family. And you Trump supporters, you ride his dick like he's really doing something for you. You gotta be retarded. You gotta be crazy. You gotta be slow as hell. You gotta be slow as hell. You think Donald Trump is actually for you. That's funny as hell. That's crazy as hell. That is crazy. Oh my God. These people are delusional. Delusional. They really think this man is 40 American people. Oh my gosh. Tim Walz kicked Donald Trump and ICE out of Minnesota. Got him out of there. Got him out of Minnesota. Yeah, he came in for a little while, right? Tried to pose his will on Minnesota, but Minnesota kicked his sorry ass and them ICE agents out of Minnesota. That's what they did. Right? Anyways. And you got to be a dumbass to think that he's going to win in 2028. You got to be slow. You got to be slow. You have to be slow. Right? The reason FDR had 4 terms because the Constitution didn't have anything at that time, right? In regards to presidents having more terms. All right. They didn't change. The Constitution wasn't amended at that time, right? For the dumbasses who don't know. Okay, FDR. There would not be another FDR, my man. Okay, there would not be another FDR. So you dumbass clowns out there thinking that Trump is gonna run again in 2028. You're stupid as fuck, and you don't believe in the Constitution. The one that you claim you believe in, and you know a lot of you maggots don't believe in the Constitution. You don't care about it, right? You believe in your God, Donald Trump. That's it. That's your God. Your God is Donald Trump. You don't believe in the Constitution. All right. You want this man to be almost 90 years old. You want him to run for president again. You gotta be stupid. It's not gonna happen.
Ron, is sitting and watching the timeline and seeing all of the clips resurface of Donald Trump talking and speaking against war, claiming to be the no more wars president, claiming to be the peace president, hearing all the MAGA influencers parrot what he said, and then going back and listening to Kamala Harris.
They parrot what he said because they ain't got no brain.
The influencers warn us about what Donald Trump would do. You know, people said we were being hyperbolic. People said we were trying to create hysteria. People said we were just trying to create clickbait. But I don't know about you all. When I was watching the debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, I was sitting there saying to myself then, she's 100% right here. She's spot on. This is what's going to happen. I'm glad people like Andrew Schultz start to come around, bro podcaster. I'm glad he started to see through it. I'm glad other people start to see through it. But we saw through it long before Kamala said it right here.
And the context in which this election in 2024 is taking place. The United States Supreme Court recently ruled that the former president would essentially be immune from any misconduct if he were to enter the White House again. Understand that this is someone who has openly said he would terminate, I'm quoting, terminate the Constitution of the United States, that he would weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies. Someone who has openly expressed disdain for members of our military. Understand what it would mean if Donald Trump were back in the White House with no guardrails, because certainly we know now the court won't stop him. We know J.D. Vance is not going to stop him. It's up to the American people to stop him.
There it was.
Yo, I remember when I was considering, I was really considering the Republican Party back in 2016, but Marco Rubio was running for president. I was really considering the Republican Party, jumping onto that side. But it's just bro, these people are so stupid, bro. I'm telling y'all, these Republicans are retarded. They act and claim like they're American this, American that, you're not USA this, USA that. These people don't even believe in the Constitution, bro. I'm telling you, they do not believe in the Constitution at all. Republicans don't. They don't. They don't. These people are just modern day. These people are I'm telling you, these people are slow as hell. They're slow. They're parakeets. That's it. I'm telling you right now, the Republican Party is slow as hell. That's why you see so many of them leaving. Not leaving, but they're coming out. They're leaving the whole MAGA this, MAGA that. They know that shit was bullshit. They know it was bullshit. And only the retards, the real retards, are hanging around and still support that shit. But the ones who got sense, they know. They know. What's up, Connor? What's going on, man? They know what's going on. Somebody said, was that Harris? Yeah, Harris predicted that all of this shit was going to happen. She predicted it. She knew exactly what Donald Trump was going to do. Right.
Everything she said then, we knew it would happen, and it has happened. So to everyone that said we were being hyperbolic, there it is. And look at what's going on. Everything she said has come true. And to me, that's one of the hardest parts about it. But here she was. And again, we saw through it actually in the first term. Okay, we saw through it when he came down the damn escalator. But here's Kamala in 2019, warning of what's happening today.
As far as I'm concerned, this president is motivated by his personal insecurities more than he is our national security. And so what we're looking at is, again, a threat that might be taken seriously. And I would dare to say that that threat was issued without serious consultation with our allies, with our military leaders, with our diplomatic leaders. What are our alternatives? Let's also be clear, if this president is thinking about putting us in a position where we're in a war with Iran, the consequences will be absolutely unacceptable and tragic in terms of the young men and women who are American soldiers who would be sent and deployed into something that was completely avoidable.
This is King Shot, a tower defense and base building strategy game that just came out recently and is already top 5 in strategy game.
So Joe Kent came out today, right? They released a statement and said that Iran did not pose any threat towards the United States of America. He didn't see it. One of Donald Trump's top officials in counterterrorism came out and said Iran did not pose a threat to the United States of America. So why are we in Iran, y'all? Why are we there? Why are we there?
Thing was completely avoidable. And that's why it's so
Kamala Harris attended Reverend Jesse Jackson's funeral yesterday on Friday, March 6th. And when she took to the stage and got on that mic, she says, now I'm normally not a person that say, I told you so.
Let me just say, I predicted a lot about what's happening right now. I'm not into saying I told you so, but we did see it coming.
In other words, like she said, she predicted that all of this, what is going on today, it would happen.
We thought Kamala Harris name was lying when they were talking about the 2026 project, 2025 project about Trump becoming a dictator, overtaking the free speech and using the military to come police states.
Remember when she said this?
He is saying that he would use the military to go after them.
And then they told you that it was a lie.
That they are now talking about deploying 1,500 military.
She warned us.
We thought he was lying when they present that plan, and he said it was fake news.
From past speeches to current events, many are now looking back and reassessing what was said and what it might mean today. For some, it's raising doubts. For others, it's reinforcing long-held beliefs. These voices reveal why this debate is gaining new attention.
Come on this app and tell me that Kamala Harris didn't predict all the shit that's going on right now. Can you tell me honestly that that woman did not warn us that where we are right now was where we were going to be if we elected Donald Trump? The jobs numbers just came out. 22,000 jobs added. 360 million people. We had 22,000 jobs. That's even softer than soft. Like, we are headed for a recession. The tariffs are crippling us. We are on the brink of war with several countries. Donald Trump and the Epstein list are raging in the news. Can you tell me what Kamala Harris was wrong about? All you people who didn't want a strong black lady in office, God damn it. Like, I don't know what else to say. You wanted to vote against Kamala Harris because she was what? Black? Because she was what? A woman? And now we're left with an old, wrinkled orange bag of garbage who is sinking this country into an ever loving recession. Like, shit, the prices are just going up and up and up. So many people wanted to bitch about prices and say, oh, I don't like Biden because of the price. I'm voting for Trump. What prices have gone down? Because I'm looking at the prices of meat, I'm looking at the prices of coffee, I'm looking at the prices of everything, and they have skyrocketed. American businesses are suffering because of tariffs. People can't afford to buy homes, childcare, astronomical. I don't understand what you could tell me right now that has been better, because Donald Trump is now our president and Kamala Harris warned us of every single thing. So if you voted for Kamala Harris, thank you. If you voted for Donald Trump,
There was one person who predicted all of this, and people said she was lying, or that she had Trump derangement syndrome, that she did not know what she was talking about. But it has all come to pass that she was exactly right.
Donald Trump intends to use the United States military against American citizens who simply disagree with him. People he calls, quote, the enemy from within. America, this is not a candidate for president who is thinking about how to make your life better. This is someone who is unstable, obsessed with revenge, consumed with grievance, and out for unchecked.
Damn. She tried to tell y'all.
You don't find yourself on a boat cruise by accident.
Y'all
I'll get your guide.
Power.
And she was 100% right, but she's a woman, she's black, but can't have that.
One of the things that is happening now is virtually everything we're seeing right now. Some predicted. Everything this Trump administration is doing right now is already foretold. People knew it. And to the nth degree, they're telling you what happened.
Under our president, he said he would prosecute his political enemies. He would cut Medicaid, Medicare. He would ignore court orders. He would alienate our allies. He would give massive tax cuts to the rich.
Remember what they did to tear families apart. And now they have pledged to carry out the largest deportation, a mass deportation in American history. Imagine what that would look like and what that would be. How's that going to happen? Massive raids? Massive detention camps? What are they talking about?
Another interesting phenomenon is that 92% of Black women who voted, 85% of Black men who voted for Harris. Also, the largest percentage of white people, college-educated white people, voted the same way. And that is because nobody knows this kind of white dude like Black people. We didn't go to school to do it. We didn't have classes to do it. We watched him. And we had grandfathers and fathers and mothers who watched him. This is not new. This is retro. This is all something we've seen before. Different packages, different technology. How is it that Black people that had the same voting structure as college-educated white people? How is it that a dude that went to Harvard voted the same way as a dude who lived on Harvard? Is it because there is no greater expert on white dudes like this than Black people? And not because we went to school, like I said earlier, it's because we've seen it. We saw history. College-educated white people learned it. And the best indicator of what somebody will do is what they have done. That's history. That's what they have done.
Kamala Harris was always right. When are we going to accept that Kamala Harris was always right, no matter how you feel about her, no matter how you feel about her being a vice president, no matter how you feel about her morality, her skill set, no matter how you feel about her as a person? Kamala Harris was always right. And every step that Donald Trump has taken, she not only predicted, she said it would happen, and she gave us a play-by-play on the other options in case he wouldn't even do that one. Kamala Harris predicted the war. Kamala Harris predicted what he would do in the first 100 days when he got in office. Kamala Harris predicted how he would take government jobs and he would tear down the government officials. Kamala Harris literally predicted what he would do with immigration. Every single step, every single move, down to the detailed points. She knew everything was going to happen the way that he said it was going to happen, and people still voted for him. That in itself not only deserves praise, but it also deserves a level of understanding and empathy, because we have to remember, no one else was calling Donald Trump on his bullshit, even at that time. Now everybody is having revelations. Some people need to start saying thank you and accepting the fact.
We would not be at war with Iran if Kamala Harris was president. We would still be friends with Canada if Kamala Harris was president. Greenland would not have armed itself against us if Kamala Harris was president. We would not currently have a measles outbreak if Kamala Harris was president. Military strike plans would not have been leaked to the press if Kamala Harris was president. The files would not have been illegally redacted if Kamala Harris was president. Hundreds of thousands of African babies would not be dying of AIDS if Kamala Harris was president. You would not be paying 10 to 20% more on every single item if Kamala Harris was president. You would not have to worry about the midterm elections being stolen if Kamala Harris was president. You would not need to worry about the 2028 election being stolen if Kamala Harris was president. You would not need to worry about Kamala Harris seeking a third term. Kamala Harris would not have started a crypto scam for millions of dollars if she was the president. Kamala Harris would not have accepted gifts worth millions of dollars if she was the president. Clips of us bombing innocent civilians would not be posted on the White House Twitter if Kamala Harris was president. A podcaster would not be the head of the FBI if Kamala Harris was president. The leader of the Health and Human Services Department would have a medical degree if Kamala Harris was president. There would be no Fox News hosts in the cabinet if Kamala Harris was president. ICE would not be popping protesters in the street if Kamala Harris was president. Elon Musk would not have stolen your data if Kamala Harris was president. The United States would be investing in clean energy if Kamala Harris was president. Donald Trump would be in jail if Kamala Harris was president.
Kamala Harris was right about everything. Russia is giving information to Iran. Russia is giving information to Iran about U.S. warships, aircraft, other assets in the region. U.S. intelligence knows this. Kamala Harris said that these dictators would eat Trump for breakfast or for lunch, whatever. And MAGA laughed at her, and MAGA acted like their God King is this tough businessman who can strike deals with anyone. And Trump has always said Putin is that they have a good relationship, they're buddies, acting like he knows how to control him. No, it's the other way around. He knows how to control Trump, and he always has. And when Trump was asked about the US, when he was asked about Russia giving information to Iran, his response was, "What a stupid question. What a stupid question." Are we great yet, MAGA? Is this America first?
He does not want a military that is loyal to the United States Constitution. He wants a military that is loyal to him.
Yep.
He wants a military who will be loyal to him personally.
Yep.
One that will obey his orders, even when he tells them to break the law or abandon their oath to the Constitution of the United States.
Facts.
In just the past week, Donald Trump has repeatedly called his fellow Americans the enemy from within, and even said that he would use the United States military to go after American citizens. And let's be clear about who he considers to be the enemy from within.
Let us know.
Anyone who refuses to bend a knee or dares to criticize him would qualify, in his mind, as the enemy within, like judges, like journalists, like nonpartisan election officials. I think honestly, I think it's a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently, over the course of his career, attempted to use race to divide the American people. You know, I do believe that the vast majority of us know that we have so much more in common than what separates us, and we don't want this kind of approach that is just constantly trying to divide us, and especially by race. And let's remember how Donald Trump started. He was he owned land, he owned buildings, and he was investigated because he refused to rent property to Black families. Let's remember, this is the same individual who took out a full-page ad in the New York Times calling for the execution of 5 young Black and Latino boys who were innocent, the Central Park 5.
Yep.
Took out a full-page ad calling for their execution. This is the same individual who spread birther lies about the first Black president of the United States.
Dumbass MAGA.
And I think the American want someone who understands, as I do. I travel our country. We see in each other a friend. We see in each other a neighbor. We don't want a leader who is constantly trying to have Americans point their fingers at each other. I meet with people all the time who tell me, can we please just have discourse about how we're going to invest in the aspirations and the ambitions and the dreams of the American people? Knowing that regardless of people's color or the language their grandmother speaks, we all have the same dreams and aspirations and want a president who invests in those, not in hate and division.
Facts.
I would like to propose that anytime one of you little maggots opens your mouth and says, I didn't vote for this, you must immediately follow it with the phrase, Kamala was right. Because if you didn't vote for this, then she was right, because she told you all this was going to happen. I mean, we all did, but I don't personally need any credit. Let's just give the credit where it's deserved. Kamala was right. So, little maggot, when you open your mouth and say, I didn't vote for that, don't forget to add in that key phrase, Kamala was right. Half the day you voted for.
The reactions you've heard today highlight how quickly political narratives can shift and how past statements can take on new meaning over time.
Yep.
For some MAGA voters, this moment is sparking reflection. For others, it's strengthening their stance. What's clear is that the conversation around leadership, accountability, and trust is far from settled. These perspectives show just how divided opinions remain across the country. If this video gave you something to think about,
Gave us a lot to think about. I think that he damn MAGA voting was just retarded. That's what it made me think about.
Ooh. All right, you guys, today is a good day. It's a good day. Happy Tuesday, because look, all of us, we've been fighting really hard. It feels like trench warfare, right? Majority of people in the world know what the truth is, and we are up against these liars. It's like a hive of liars, a swarm of them that are in powerful positions. There is more of us, but they are in more powerful positions. They're lying about obvious things. They're lying about Charlie Kirk's death, saying there's nothing to see there. They're lying about the threat of Iran, what we are doing, involving ourselves in that conflict. So that's why I say today's a good day, because bravery inspires bravery. Turning Point USA suffered a major blow. Their chapter in Arkansas just decided to disaffiliate from Turning Point USA entirely, citing the, despicable treatment of Charlie's legacy in the afterlife, right? They're making Charlie would want this, would want that, the manipulation, if you will, surrounding what Charlie wanted is the reason they're saying, you know what, we're done here. And Trump similarly suffered a public blow. Joe Kent has resigned as the director of counterterrorism.
Yep.
I'm gonna show you the letter that he published. Plus Theo Vaughn. I absolutely adore Theo Vaughn. He just has such a good heart. He is so relatable. You can just sense the goodness in him. And he has taken to his audience to announce that he feels that there is something satanic going on in Israel. You guys, this is the way. Okay, these are the actions that we have to take if we are going to win against these people. So let's get started. Welcome back to Candace.
We should not be dying for Israel. Our soldiers should not be fighting for Israel. You heard what I said. I said it here first.
Okay, just a quick shout out at the top of the show to Nimi Skincare. You know I love them. They are supporting today's show. I'm very intentional about the brands that I work with, and Nimi is one that I actually use because they're clean and they're simple, and I love clean and simple skincare. It's made here in America, so you can visit NimiSkincare.com and use my code Candace10 at checkout for an additional 10% off your order. Okay, so we have some major updates regarding the Red Heifer War started by Trump.
Not the Red Heifer War.
That's why we're losing. Nobody has a plan. Nobody thought through
the Red
the
Heifer
War news. And so he's out there begging everybody to get involved. Oh, I picked a fight. And actually, I don't really like to fight. I don't want to get my hands dirty. I don't even touch my own door handles. Can somebody else go fight, beat up Iran for me? And so now he's looking at India. And he went over there. It's like, hey, you guys send some troops to the Strait of Hormuz. You got to keep that open. And India came back and said, sorry, buddy, we're not getting involved. So we add them to our ever-growing list of countries who are telling Trump, you started it, you can finish it.
Right.
You know what? He actually can't finish it. That's kind of the point of this whole thing. So there was some huge breaking news this morning. Joe Kent, that is our Director of National Intelligence, of counterterrorism, just formally resigned from his position, citing opposition to this illegal war. Now, I want you to know, in case you don't follow Joe Kent, or maybe you don't follow politics that closely, maybe you're never a Republican. Joe Kent is not just a random person who got the job without proper qualifications. This is not like a Nepo baby, right? This isn't like Jared Kushner going around the world negotiating on Trump's behalf.
Joe Kent was a warrior.
Joe Kent has actually served this country honorably. And just by way of background, in case you're not familiar with his backstory, while serving in Syria in January of 2019, Joe Kent, his wife, Shannon Kent, his late wife, lost her life to a suicide bomber. They met serving, and they got married, and they had 2 kids. Shannon was the first female combat death in Syria since combat operations began against ISIS. And she was also the first female U.S. service member that was killed by enemy fire in more than 3 years. To that point. And as you can see, she left behind her 2 children with Joe, just 3 years old at the time. The other was 18 months old at the time. Devastating story, right? And I share that with you because I want you to understand that Joe Kent is both professionally and personally qualified to give his opinion on the threat of overseas terror, whether or not it is worth American lives to send American lives over there. And he addressed his letter, as he should, to the president, that is who he serves. And this is what he wrote. He wrote, President Trump, after much reflection, I have decided to resign from my position as the Director of National Counterterrorism Center, effective today. I cannot, in good conscience, support the ongoing war in Iran. Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation, and it is clear
we're on our way to El Paso, Luke.
Pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. I support the values and the foreign policies that you campaigned on in 2016, 2020, 2024, which you enacted in your first term. Until June of 2025, you understood that the wars in the Middle East were a trap that robbed America of the precious lives of our patriots and depleted the wealth and prosperity of our nation. In your first administration, you understood better than any modern president how to decisively apply military power without getting us drawn into never-ending wars. You demonstrated this by killing Qasem Soleimani and by defeating ISIS. Early in this administration, high-ranking Israeli officials and influential members of the American media deployed a misinformation campaign that wholly undermined your America First platform and sowed pro-war sentiments to encourage a war with Iran. This echo chamber was used to deceive you into believing that Iran posed an imminent threat to the United States and that should you strike now, there was a clear path to a swift victory. This was a lie and is the same tactic the Israelis used to draw us into the disastrous Iraq war that cost our nation the lives of thousands of our best men and women. We cannot make this mistake again. As a veteran who deployed to combat 11 times, and as a Gold Star husband who lost my beloved wife Shannon in a war manufactured by Israel, I cannot support sending the next generation off to fight and die in a war that serves no benefits to the American people, nor justifies the cost of American lives. I pray that you will reflect upon what we are doing in Iran and who we are doing it for. The time for bold actions now. You can reverse course.
Tell y'all right now, if the director of national counterterrorism resigned from his post, he resigned from his post and said that Iran did not pose a national threat to the United States of America. If he come out and resign and make his letter of resignation public for the United States citizens and for the president to see, and he come out and say, I really wish that you would think about why we're in Iran. That right there, that line alone tells me that this president do not have a clear plan as to why we are in Iran in the first place. And if we don't have a clear plan that he can actually explain to the American people, we know why he's there. He's there for his own interests, right? He's there for his own interests and the interests of his billionaire friends, right? That's why he's there. Okay. But as far as an exit strategy, an exit plan, an end goal, there's no real plan. There's no clear plan from this administration as to why we are in Iran. And that is why Joe Kent, that is exactly why this guy resigned from his post, because he understood that we are falling for the bull crap. In Cuba, right? We are falling for the bull crap that's coming from Israel once again. Once again, same playbook for why our troops ended up in Iraq. Same playbook as why our troops ended up in Afghanistan. It's the same playbook, right? Y'all don't see it. I don't know what to tell you. This guy don't have a plan. You don't have a plan. And Marco Rubio, man, that right there, that dude is the biggest traitor. He's the biggest traitor. He's oh my gosh. I can't believe I actually considered Marco Rubio in 2016. I can't believe it. Controlled opposition. Controlled opposition. Marco Rubio, you fake as fuck. You the fakest motherfucker I ever seen in my life, Marco. You and Ted Cruz. Y'all some bitches. Y'all bow down and start sucking on his balls. Y'all some bitches. Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio. Y'all some pussies.
Chart a new path for our nation, or it can allow us to slip further toward declining chaos. And the cards. It was an honor to serve in your administration and to serve our great nation. Yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah, and the vice president, he's a bitch too. He's a bitch too. Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, and JD Vance are all pussies. And y'all better not vote for them motherfuckers in 2028, because they're fake as fuck. Controlled oppositions, they're fake. All of them. If you vote for him, you stupid as fuck.
From the lithium school, Carl will fight the prince's dead.
This is a very big deal. It is a very big deal. It is remarkable. It is brave. It is the honorable thing to do. It is why I have been also signaling to troops, this is, you should not serve. They don't care about your life. It's very obvious. You can legally, conscientiously object to a war. This is an illegal war. The entire world is responsible.
Hey, anybody come to me asking me, hey, Dom, you're a United States veteran. What you think? You think I should join the military? Hell no. Do not join the military underneath Donald Trump. You do not want him to be your commander in chief. No. Do not serve in our military. Anybody even thinking about it? No. From a United States veteran to you, right here, right now. No. He do not care about. We're supposed to swear an oath to the Constitution. Donald Trump don't give a fuck about the Constitution. No. Don't join our military. Fuck Donald Trump.
Responding to Trump and saying, this is an illegal war. Why are you doing this? And he is just saying, well, we're going to have it. This is what we do. We bomb Muslim children. And so listening to that and listening to me tell you what Joe Kemp's story and background is, literally like the ultimate sacrifice. You would imagine that President Trump would take this seriously, right? So I'll ask you rhetorically, how do you think President Donald Trump responded to this public resignation? Right? How do you think Trump views someone who served 11 combat tours overseas, whose wife gave the ultimate sacrifice to this nation? Okay, I'll let you take a listen to how he responded.
Your director of national counterterrorism, Joe Kent, he just resigned today. He said he can't support your conflict with Iran. What's your reaction to that? And did you?
Well, I read his statement. I always thought he was a nice guy, but I always thought he was weak on security, very weak on security. I didn't know him well, but I thought he seemed like a pretty nice guy. But when I read his statement, I realized that it's a good thing that he's out, because he said that Iran was not a threat. Iran was a threat. Every country realized what a threat Iran was. The question is whether or not they wanted to do something about it.
Mr. President, if every country believed that Iran was a threat, why are they declining to assist you, sir? Huh? Why did India decline to assist you? Why isn't Russia assisting you? Why isn't all of these European nations assisting you? Why did Spain decline? If they were such this threat that Donald Trump wants us to believe they are, why are these European nations declining to assist you in this fucked up war, sir? You's a fucking liar. These fucking MAGA voters, dude, they so fucking stupid. I'm telling y'all, these people are dumb as fuck. They are stupid as fuck. They actually believe this man. They really do believe him. That's the crazy part. These dumbasses believe him. I'm telling y'all. They really do. And honestly, I think it's a prideful thing more than anything. I think it's the ego. I don't really think they actually believe him per se. I just think that they're too prideful to come out and say that he's lying because they voted for him, right? They're Republicans, they voted for him, and they don't want to look like they don't want to look stupid, right? They don't want to be seen like, oh, I was wrong, or they don't want to come out and actually come against Donald Trump because they voted for him. And so they believe that it's going to make them look stupid. And I mean, no, it makes you look even more stupid when you still come out and support this dude. And you know he's bullshitting you. You know he bullshitted you. You know he hoodwinked you. You know he manipulated you. So when you come out and you still support him, you let your ego get in the way, your pride get in the way of you don't want to be embarrassed because you supported this fucking clown. You look even more dumb. When we know, you know. We know you know. But you still don't want to, like, it's crazy, y'all. And why aren't we hearing about North Korea? Black MAGAs are weird. Facts. I'll go when I see him go. Bro, dodge the draft. How you going to send me anywhere? Right? Send Barron Trump. Send Eric Trump. Send Barron Trump. Send all them motherfuckers. Send Kai. Send her little ass. She out here fucking doing vlogs and shit with Secret Service. Send his granddaughter Kai Trump. Send that bitch over there. Since you want to be out here doing vlogs and shit with Secret Service and shit, splurging in the most expensive grocery store on taxpayers' dollars. Send that little ugly bitch. How about that? She's 18. I don't give a fuck. Send that little ugly bitch. Yeah, send Kai Trump. Trump Jr. Send all them motherfuckers. You thinking about joining the military underneath Donald Trump? No, don't join. As a United States veteran, don't join these motherfuckers. We don't know why we over there fucking with those people. Don't go over there and die because of this orange clown. No, you serve your country by serving your country here, over here. We have no business in Iran. None. They do not pose a threat to the United States. And if they pose a threat to Israel, fuck Israel. This is not the United States of Israel. This is the United States of America. We don't care. Why do we gotta intervene in their religious wars? No, them Persians been over there for long as fuck. Them Persians been over there way longer than them fucking Israelis. If you fucking know, you know. And they think they have a right to those people's land. Fuck Israel. They don't have a right to those people's land. You know how long Iran been around in that area? Them Persians been around way longer than them Israelis, man. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Motherfuckers going over there dying for Israel. What the fuck? Who the fuck are they? They the chosen people to y'all? They ain't no chosen people to me. Hell no, they ain't no chosen people to me. Says who? Them? Y'all believe that shit? I don't believe that shit. Motherfuckers come over here, oh, you're anti-Semitic. What? That shit get on my nerves, y'all. That shit get on my nerves. These motherfuckers think they special as fuck. They think they're better than every other human being. Motherfucker, you ain't better than me. I ain't better than you. Like, you are not special. Who are you? God chosen people. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't no fucking God chosen people. Fucking Netanyahu. Who the fuck is Netanyahu? Fucking Netanyahu. I don't even like that name. Netanyahu. That shit ugly as hell. Ugly ass last name. Netanyahu. That's who y'all support. That's who y'all want to go fight for. Netanyahu. That ain't even a cool ass fighter name. I wouldn't even choose that name if it was a fighter name on a video game. Netanyahu. Netanyahu against Scorpion. Netanyahu and Scorpion. Hell no. Netanyahu weak as hell. Weak ass name. Ugly ass name. Benjamin Netanyahu. God's chosen people. Get the hell out of here. Y'all ain't no damn chosen people. Ain't nobody a chosen people. We all children of God. Fuck that. Fuck that. Leave them people alone, man. Iran, he wonder why. He wonder why these countries ain't helping him, sir. They ain't helping you because they don't fuck with you. They're not about to go and man, look, man, people are tired of these senseless wars, man. People are tired of these senseless. You look at antiquity, man. It was always wars in antiquity. Wars, fighting over land and this and that. Human beings killing each other, humans going extinct. Like, it was always this shit, man. And right now, like, countries are not trying to. Everybody think it's gonna be a World War III, but countries are not trying to mess up what they have built. They're not trying to mess up what these empires that they built. these countries that they built over time. Like they're not trying to get in those senseless wars, man. They're not. They're just not. Like they don't want that shit. But you leave it to the United States. We got dumbass leaders, evil leaders, the diabolical leaders like Donald Trump and fake ass, no integrity Marco Rubio, no integrity Ted Cruz, right? This MAGA movement is the fucking devil, man. Y'all the fucking devils, man, that the Bible speaks of. The MAGA movement is of the devil. Y'all serve Satan. That's what y'all serve. Real talk. Y'all serve Satan. Y'all walk around like Christian nationalists. Y'all walk around like Christians. Y'all ain't no fucking Christians. Nah. Y'all fucking wolves. Wolves in sheep clothing. That's what y'all are. That's what wars over land and oil and booty. Now it's oil. That's what they want, man. They want to control the strait. They want to control the strait. That's all it is, man. These people want to control the strait. And Israel want to control the Middle East, and they want the United States to help them control the Middle East. And they're going to work out a deal over who, they're going to work out a deal with their billionaire friends, and it's going to enrich the elites if they ever gain full control over the strait. And the American people ain't going to see any of that. The average people ain't going to see any of that shit. This shit is going to enrich the elites. It's going to enrich the rich, even richer. It's just going to get more and more richer. And they're going to impose sanctions on other countries like China and Russia. They're going to be able to impose more sanctions on these countries because China and Russia, they depend on so much from the strait. Japan. That's all it is, man. Like you said, it's about money, man, and control. They don't want to see Iran have that much power over the strait. They don't want to see the Islamic Republic controlling that access of all of that pathway, those choke points. They don't want to see that. They want the Christians to have that control. This is a religious war, man. Because if we were just decent human beings, man, and we respected everybody as human beings, this shit wouldn't ever be a problem. It wouldn't matter who have that control, right? It wouldn't matter. What's up with it, Michael? Mike, long time no see. Mike, how you doing, bro? It wouldn't matter, man. Right? But look, man, leave those people alone, man. Them people ain't posing no threat. Like Joe Kent said it, man. And for Donald Trump to come out and act like he don't know who this guy is, I didn't know him like that. It's crazy. Like it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's disrespectful, man. You didn't know the director of counterterrorism? Really, Donald Trump? You didn't know him? Really? Oh, I didn't know him. I mean, I bet he's a good guy, but from my thought, I know that he was horrible on security. You come out and criticize this man because he came out and resigned from your administration and he criticized what you're doing overseas. So now you want to attack him personally, right? You didn't know him. No, all I know is he's terrible on security. Really? Tell y'all, man. Donald Trump is he's not about the United States of America. He's not about the American people. No, he's about his own interests. And if you're not on board, if you're not a yes man on board to what he's trying to accomplish for him and his friends, because he's going to pay you. He's going to get you paid. Trust and believe, he's going to get you paid. But if you're not on board with him, it's fuck you. Now he's going to come out and say some bullshit about you. Now you are enemy within. Telling y'all, man, we got a dictator as president, bro. We have a dictator mind president, right? Tell y'all, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Michael, man. You've been dealing with tough times for a while now, man. Sorry to hear you going through things again, man. What's going on? Loretta, we'll get back to this video. Kid is on.
And many people, many of the greatest military scholars are saying for years that president should have taken out Iran because they wanted a nuclear weapon. They were, if we didn't do the attack, or if I'll go a step further, if I didn't terminate the Iran nuclear, give it to us, one of the worst deals ever made by Barack Hussein Obama. Remember when they said Boeing 757s over there, loaded with cash, hundreds of millions of dollars? You would have been very happy. This was a wonderful. They said hundreds of millions. People forget that. Does anybody remember? Right? You remember hundreds of millions of dollars in a Boeing 757. I think they had two of them loaded. They took the seats out and they put cash. And it was so much that there wasn't a bank in Virginia, Maryland, or DC that had any money left. They stripped them of all their money, put it in place, sent it to Iran, almost as ransom. That's not going to happen with Trump. And nobody ever did anything about it. Nobody ever said anything. Can you imagine if I did that? So they've been a threat for a long time, but they've really been a threat. If I didn't terminate Obama's horrible deal that he made, the Iran nuclear deal, you would have had a nuclear war 4 years ago. You would have.
That's a damn lie. Can't nobody confirm that but Donald Trump. That's a damn lie, bro. This motherfucker he can lie so smooth, bro. He's like one of those motherfuckers at the gamble house. Like, you sit down and that motherfucker, you get to gambling at the table and that motherfucker will slick talk you out of your pockets. That's Donald Trump, man. That's Donald Trump. He's a slick talker. But he's a pathological liar, though. You know he's full of shit. I'm telling y'all.
You would have had nuclear holocaust, and you would have had it again.
If we wouldn't have took out their nuclear capabilities or capacity, we would have had a nuclear holocaust. That's what he just said. Ay, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. And the baby boomers gonna believe every word he say. Especially the Republican baby boomers. They gonna believe every word he say. That's the dangerous part of it. They gonna believe all that shit.
We didn't bomb the site.
Scrambling. First and foremost, calling somebody who's been deployed 11 times a week, or actually understanding what that means. To understand what it means, like I said, you have thoughts on the internet, but you cannot.
Yeah, he called him weak. You call your director of counterterrorism, United States veteran, a man who's deployed overseas 11 times. His wife was a veteran too. His wife died in the war of Iraq. She got unalived by a suicide bomb. You called him weak because he disagreed with what you're doing in Iran. Our president just disrespected one of the most decorated war veterans in modern times. This guy has deployed 11 times. He was the director of counterterrorism. And our president disrespected that man because he disagreed and resigned from his position. And he called him weak. That's crazy. We talk about a man who never fucking served a day in his fucking life. Nigga ain't never went to no fucking basic training. Ain't never did shit. Ain't never fought for this fucking country. And he gonna disrespect one of our veterans because he resigned and disagreed with him? MAGA, y'all stand for that? Y'all stand for a man who never served our country ever. A pussy who didn't want to get drafted when he was younger. And you motherfuckers elected this bitch to presidency. But he want to disrespect one of our war veterans and call him weak. Motherfucker, weak? Are you fucking serious, Donald Trump? Man, if I swear to God, I'll punch that nigga in the face if I saw him. I'll punch his ass in the face if I saw him. Disrespecting our veteran like that. Fuck you, DJT. That's fucking crazy, man. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy, bro. Like, just go look up his resume, bro. Go look up Joe Kent's resume and tell me if that motherfucker's weak. Go tell me. Go tell me if he's weak. Go look up his wife's resume. His wife got more balls than Donald Trump. Motherfucker ain't never served a day. He ain't never served shit. He ain't even served our country as a president, man. Fuck him, man. He shouldn't be no fucking commander-in-chief. We need to stop this shit, man. We need to only start electing people who fucking served in our military, man. That's what we need to start doing. That's what we fucking need to start doing. We need to start electing intelligent military veterans. That's what we need to start doing. Not these fucking billionaires or these fucking, these Harvard grads, whatever it is. Whatever, attorneys, business, all that shit. Nah, we need somebody who serve, who's intelligent, who understands the Constitution, who understands dealing with foreign countries, foreign nations, foreign policy, who understands our country, the American people, and who can elect some intelligent colleagues and constituents to help them out in other areas like housing and healthcare and all that stuff. That's what we need. Y'all thought electing a businessman was the right move, not knowing that these fucking greedy ass CEOs, these greedy ass business people be the most corrupt motherfuckers. Donald Trump been doing all type of bullshit all his life. He's been corrupt all his life, and y'all elected this man. This shit is crazy to me. It's crazy, man. We some fucking, man, I don't know, bro. I'm telling y'all, man, when people in the UK and these European nations, when they fucking criticize American citizens on how stupid we are, bro, they got a lot of points, man. They make a lot of good sense. I mean, common sense is just not common, bro. It's not common. I don't know what it is. Oh shit, man. Let's get back to this video. Can't believe he said that shit about Joe, bro. For real.
Somebody who's been deployed 11 times week. Or actually scrambling. First and foremost, calling somebody who's been deployed 11 times week.
Right.
Or actually understanding what that means. Right? To understand what it means, like I said, we have bots on the internet, but you cannot make bots suit up and put boots on the ground and go fight wars. And Joe Kent did that. So he has an understanding of what it means to put people in harm's way and for them to be willing to die for country security. So his measure is going to be infinitely more precise than Trump's is, right? To them, they're playing like Monopoly, right? They're like figurines on a board. They don't care. Okay, how many do we need out here? Okay, they're playing Battleship. It's not real. It's not real because they have never had any true stake in the game, right? They don't have any skin in the game. If Does he have sons who know how to shoot? Yeah, actually, Dylan does. Eric does. Why doesn't he deploy them? If he needs all these I'm talking about reversing a policy for security, which is what Joe Kent is saying. There is no imminent threat with Iran. And because he can't articulate one, he just throws it back to Obama, who did have a bad policy, by the way, which is a policy that I believe should have been reversed, by the way. But what does that have to do with what he just asked you? What are we doing in Iran right now? I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad he's gone. I like to be surrounded by people who lie to me. Exactly what Charlie had intimated in those messages with Brett Weinstein. That if you're close to him, if you're in his ear, that's why they're constantly around him. They create this kind of hive mentality. Everybody thinks this. No, this is going to be amazing. Everyone's going to love you. It's perfect. No, there's a big threat. It's going to happen tomorrow. And they're wrong. And they're lying. They just want Trump to send Goyim to die. And now you have Trump sounding like Bibi, uttering the term nuclear holocaust. That's just fear mongering. Okay. It is just, by the way, I do want to point this out. It just always kills me about like the nuclear threat always lingering. The only country that has ever dropped nukes in the history of the world is us. Okay. The same country that's always using this idea of the threat of nukes as an excuse to allow them to invade other countries. Yep. It's us. Just something I noticed. We're the only ones that ever did that, actually. And it's always the Zionists who you could argue created those nukes, right? Oppenheimer, you could argue that was a special kind of project. They're the ones that are constantly fear-mongering about it. So take a listen to Bibi Netanyahu, by the way, warning us about how close Iran was to nukes, always on the brink of nukes. Over the course of 3 decades, they've been on the brink of nukes. Take a listen.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months. They have the wherewithal, the stored up, the preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly if they wanted to do it. Iran is so dangerous, weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs. They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium from an atom bomb. Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade. Ladies and gentlemen, time is running out. Iran will be capable of producing a really large organization, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
We are so wicked. We are so
Totally.
We are so wicked for supporting Benjamin Netanyahu. We're so wicked. I swear.
True. It's always totally true. Just a couple of weeks, they're going to have nuclear bombs. They just lie because they need the bodies. They need the people like Joe Kent. And then to see him be so disrespected. I mean, it's just what they do. And you know what they're going to do now, what they're already doing. They're going to smear and they're going to attack and they're going to threaten Joe Kent. Here are some of the immediate responses that are already floating online, okay? You have Lindsey Graham, who's so blackmailed it hurts. He wrote, the resignation of Joe Kent as the director of National Counterterrorism Center could not have come at a better time. What? Like in his statement explaining why he's resigning in protest, Mr. Kent is echoing the Democratic talking points, which are devoid of fact or evidence. Hopefully, the person replacing Mr. Kent will have a better understanding of the threats presented by the Iranian regime. Okay. Next up, we have Mark Levin, our resident psycho. I wonder if this guy, Joe Kent, was about to be fired but quickly resigned first. That's how these things typically work. He's part of the radical, isolationist, woke right cabal. Okay, so he just got called leftist by Lindsay. Now he's woke right, radical, isolationist. Watch how the left-wing media use him to attack the president and the military campaign against Iran. In part, that's why he wrote that letter. I wonder if he was one of the leakers inside of the administration, just asking questions. Will Loomer follows up, so disrespectful to President Trump. But don't say I didn't warn you about Joe Kent and his wife, who works for the Trump hater and radical left Jew hater, Max Blumenthal. Why does the White House allow these people to have wins? I would fire everyone and teach them a lesson that they would never forget. Rule with an iron fist, punish everyone who leaks and undermines you. Also, stop putting Democrats in the Trump admin. It was never going to end well. I told you. Wow. Alan Dershowitz just threw back to, neo-Nazi, Jew-hating, Israel basher, quits administration. Good riddance to bad garbage. Yep. Everyone who doesn't think that we should be sending our sons and daughters to die for Israel is a Nazi. Okay, that's what we get. Everybody who doesn't think, who sensibly believes that we should not be doing that is a Nazi. And here's a tweet from Taylor Budowick, who was the former deputy White House chief, who called him a crazed egomaniac who was often at the center of national security leaks. And then you can see they're kind of going in this direction now that he's not principled. Okay, he's a loser. He's an absolute loser. We only wanted him when he was willing to. Now, the DOJ should open a criminal investigation to determine if Kent leaked any classified information.
Wow.
That's just, this is just incredible. You cannot even, and I tell you, they are going to criminalize disagreeing with Israel. It's very obvious that's where we're floating towards. And I want to say this because they are so stupid. Like, they just never see what's so obvious. The treatment of Joe Kent is going to be consequential. It's a terrible, terrible mistake to attack him in this way. Somebody who is deeply respected by the armed forces because he served, he understands, he's been over there, he has sacrificed. Okay. So the message that they are sending right now, lock up everybody who disagrees with us, lock up Candace Owens, lock up Tucker Carlson. Well, just so you know, that's going to be heard. I hope it's heard. I hope it is heard from the troops overseas, and they are recognizing they do not care about you. They do not care about you. They just want bodies. I deeply feel that. And now we're obviously at a place where lines are being drawn in the sand. People are seeing this for what it is. It is a spiritual war. We are fighting literal demons. Like I said to you, I believe that. And I've made it very clear. I'm happy to fight with all of these people all day, every day. Something about Charlie Kirk's assassination. It just woke something up in me that will never go away. It will never go away. I will not play nice. I will not go halfway with these people. And we need to stick together. We need to stick together. The people who are sensible and not want these wars, people who are effectively pro-life, pro-sons and daughters, and actually pro-America first. And on that note, it gives me great pleasure to announce that Joe Kent, I'm going to be interviewing him this Thursday at the Catholics for Catholics event in DC. I'm looking forward to speaking to him, talking about the conscience and making these sorts of decisions, how we see ourselves, just the direction of travel.
Definitely.
Billions of dollars pulling funding, due to him platforming Tucker Carlson, and how his thought process about Israel and his allegiance to Israel kind of started to conflict. His opinions, I don't know. We'll go with the Obama, work. His opinions it started to evolve over time.
His question, and I talked to him as he was evolving. Charlie Kirk was very pro-Israel, and he obviously started questioning that in all sorts of ways, to the point that he was refusing to deplatform you, even if it meant the loss of donors that in the millions of dollars.
The problem with that is that he saw that the youth, according to Greenwald and everything, that the youth wasn't really feeling, Israel. They weren't really feeling, Zionism, AIPAC, and all of that.
Charlie represented younger conservatives, 18 to 32 or whatever the age group was. And overwhelmingly, they are turned against Israel.
And I can imagine that Charlie Kirk, who was once, a proud leader of AIPAC, a proud leader of the Jewish people and everything, holding the Israeli flag, got Kunis, with him and everything, that if he were to start to turn on these people and to turn on AIPAC, that would cause a ripple effect. That would definitely be damaging 100% to our ally, to Netanyahu and everything that they've built up here. So, I mean, that's the conspiratorial route of why, maybe he's no longer with us. Isn't that right, Charlie? I can't say that, Charlie. I'll get banned. Excuse me, Charlie. The heat must have gotten to Charlie. He's talking crazy right now. But I want people to understand that that's what they're putting out there. But the cherry on top of this stupid Sunday, which is MAGA, is this little love triangle between Megyn Kelly, Mark Levin, and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, we all know Mark Levin is the one that called, Donald Trump the first Jewish president.
And I said, this is our first Jewish president. No, he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
Mark Levin is very much, adamant about his support of Israel, Netanyahu and everything, and Zionism and all that.
Megyn Kelly
to me,
I don't rally behind pedophiles, and I don't support anybody who raped a woman. Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll, and he was best friend with Jeffrey Epstein. You can rally behind him all you want. Yeah, I know birds of a feather flock together. You probably like little girls just like him. So you go ahead and do your thing. You need to speak for your fucking self. You go rally behind that fucking pedophile. You go do it. We all need to rally behind Trump. You crazy as hell. You got Trump Stockholm syndrome. That's what you got. You got Donald Trump Stockholm syndrome.
it's very unhinged. And she's decided, I'm going for the grift. I couldn't hold a job. I was pushed out by NBC. I'm doing really well here. I got a channel named after me. I'm sticking by Candace Owens, who's the lowest of the low lives. And I'm sticking with my buddy, Tucker. And I'm going to platform all these kooks and everything else too. It really makes me wonder if she is really well. I'm just telling you my opinion.
The serum was supposed to transform me into a hero. That isn't what happened at first.
Look, everybody. And, rightfully so. Okay, I got it. I get the picture. I don't know what that has to do with Trump being the Jewish president instead of the American people president, but we're going to let that slide because we're allies. So, Megyn Kelly is, how do we say? She is starting to ask some questions, right? Which can be viewed and perceived.
No, we should not support our president. No, we should not. We should not support him. We should actually impeach him and remove him from office. That's what we should do. And I can't believe your dumb ass is sitting here trying to say we need to rally behind a fucking pedophile. You out of your fucking mind. We need to rally behind somebody who raped the woman in the 90s. You crazy. We need to rally behind a dumbass president who can't give us a fucking real reason why we sending our troops to Iran. He has no plan as to why we are sending our troops over there. No plan, no end goal, no exit plan, nothing. Rally behind this guy. He's our president. You're fucking crazy. You out of your damn mind. No. Yeah, we need to rally behind getting his ass out of office. That's what we need. He is dividing our country. Over half the country do not approve of his ass. Over half. Go look at all the polls. Don't look at Fox News polls. We know that they're not reliable as fuck. I'll tell you right now, Fox News is not reliable at all. They've been caught in many lies. So many lies. And what they do? Oh, they come out and apologize. Oh, just like when they put that old video up, when they sent the soldiers back, the soldiers who were unalived overseas, and they sent them back, and Donald Trump wore that fucking cap. He wore that USA cap, and they tried to use an old video from last year to cover up his bullshit. That's Fox News for you. A very disingenuous news station. Fox News, that is. The most disingenuous news station that we have. Yes. Every time you look on ground news, Fox News is always mixing up facts. They never have high factuality articles, ever. Ever. Fox News is always mixing up their facts because they're disingenuous. They're just like the birds of a feather flock together. They're just like the president. They are just like the president. Everybody that work at Fox News are pathological liars just like the president. He probably owned that fucking news station. Motherfucker releasing terrorists without Congress, sending our troops to go overseas and be unalive without Congress, doing all type of shit that he want to do to benefit Donald J. Trump. He ain't doing nothing for the American people. He ain't doing nothing on behalf of the American people. Nothing. He sent all those agents to Minnesota because you guys, he's gonna get out. He's gonna go after the worst of the worst. But we had 2 American citizens, 3 that was unalive because of his operations. And what Tim Walz do? Tim Walz got his ass up out of there. Yeah, Tim Walz got his ass up out of Minnesota. His director of counterterrorism just resigned from his post. A veteran, a United States veteran, just resigned from his post as the director of counterterrorism. And what did Donald Trump do? Oh my God, Donald Trump said that he was weak. He called him weak, y'all. He called a United States veteran who has deployed 11 times to fight the war in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Syria. We have a United States veteran, Joe Kent, who is way more brave, way more stronger, way more American than this bitch ass Donald Trump. And this bitch just called our fucking US hero citizen veteran weak. And you want us to rally behind this bitch ass motherfucker who would never go to war? Who would never go and fight for our country? You out of your fucking mind. I'd never fucking rally behind Donald Trump. He's a bitch. Why would I rally behind his bitch ass? Who was fed a silver spoon? Who declined to go and fight for our country? Fuck him. You's a bitch too if you support him. No, you the people, you dumbass people voted for him. No, we the people didn't vote for him. You dumb motherfuckers, you got hoodwinked. You thought he was gonna do something for you. No, he ain't doing shit for you. He's looking out for his own interests. He's looking out for his billionaire buddies. That's who he's looking out for. He ain't looking out for you. What are you doing for you? No, you ain't part of the we the people. MAGA don't believe in the Constitution. Donald Trump and MAGA don't believe in the Constitution. You guys still want Trump 2028. You guys think it's still FDR era. Y'all still think the Constitution is the same. It's the same as it was when FDR was in office. That's what y'all believe. Y'all think he can actually serve 3 terms. Y'all think he can actually serve 4 terms. That's what y'all. No. You ain't American, brother. You support Donald Trump, you are not American. You're not American, bro. I said what I said. And I stand on that. Trump 2028. That's funny as fuck. That'll never happen. If it does happen, this fucking war, it's gonna be a war in the United States. I guarantee you that. It's gonna be a war in the United States. We ain't gonna let that shit happen. We're gonna protest the fuck out this country. I promise to God we are. If Donald Trump wins 2028, we going crazy. Everybody gonna protest this bitch. I guarantee you, and it's gonna be an all-out war too. It sure is. It's gonna be an all-out war. And the majority gonna win. Because MAGA ain't got enough. I guarantee you MAGA ain't got enough. MAGA do not have enough. Fuck that. We'll never let that happen. We would never let that happen. I promise you that. That's a promise. Fans 2028, that ain't gonna happen either. He's stupid as fuck. He's fake, controlled opposition. Right? He's a flip-flop. Fans won't win. He's been calling Donald Trump a fucking con for as long as we've known fucking JD Vance. Con man. And then what? He sucks his dick. He give him a position, then he bend down and suck his dick. That's what he did. JD Vance a bitch. Ted Cruz is a weak ass. Marco Rubio is a punk ass. All of those controlled oppositions. That's what they are. Weak ass men. That's what they are. Who lost their moral compass over some money. That's crazy. That's MAGA in a nutshell. That's MAGA. Right? Y'all sit up there and let all these people redact. They gave y'all some Epstein files full of black marks. They gave y'all the Epstein files full of black marks. They were supposed to release them by this date. They released them 40 days later and gave y'all files full of black marks. Hiding all the bullshit. Hiding everything. And y'all still think this administration is righteous? Y'all think this administration stands on integrity? Hell no. Y'all funny as hell, bro. Y'all funny as hell, bro. Y'all are hilarious.
As anti-Semitism, which is a no-no. Okay, we saw, with Trump and the executive orders that he put out during his first campaign. That's a no-no. We see with the executive orders that he's putting out during this term. That's a no-no. We saw examples made of a Harvard president. We saw examples made of immigrants, doing rallies against what's going on in Gaza and everything. So it's very much a no-no. I don't know what to tell you. It's a no-no.
Suddenly I'm an anti-Semite. Like, no one can name anything anti-Semitic I've said. I attributed us getting into this war to people like Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, Miriam Adelson, who definitely paid Trump hundreds of millions of dollars. And this is, remember,
These motherfuckers be so worried about being anti-Semitic. Like, what? Like I said, these people are not special, bro. Like, that's just a talking point, man. It's just one of those talking points where they all try to rally behind and make it seem like you're this evil person, like, because you criticize Israel. Israel is not no chosen people to me. They're not no chosen people of God. They're not special. I don't give a fuck about no Israel. This is the United States of America. We don't care about Israel. We care about America first. Why the fuck are we worried about some anti-Semitic shit? Some anti-this, anti-that? What? Why people be worried about that? As long as we're not anti-America, then why the fuck we worried about being anti-Israel? Fuck them. Don't nobody give a fuck about no Israel. That young ass country. Talking about Iran this, Iran that, believing everything this ugly name guy, Benjamin Netanyahu, believing everything he say. Believing everything he fucking say. Shout out to the Jews. I ain't got no problem with Jewish people, but at the same time, bro, this is the United States of America. I don't care about Israel at all. I don't care about that. I don't. And I don't think, and to me, you're not special. All right? All humans are special, not just one group of people. Fuck that. To me, that's disrespectful anyway. You want somebody to think that you're so special. Fuck that. Hell no. I never believe that. Ever. Ever in my life. I'll never agree that certain people are chosen or better than other people. Fuck that. You out of your fucking line. Hell no. Oh, it says it in the Bible. Well, that part of the Bible is bullshit. You heard it here first. Yeah, okay. God chose Israel. Oh, okay. Yeah. When was that written? That's bullshit. Fucking bullshit. What's up, Doc? Long time no see. What's going on? What's going on? Dr. Ball's in the building. They was asking about you the other day. They was asking about you the other day. It was like, what Dr. Balls did? I was like, I don't know. I don't know where he at. Kind of true though. Jewish people are not chosen. Every human on planet Earth is special. Everybody exactly. Everybody is special. But you got these Christian dumbasses who claim that the Old Testament is not what we should follow. We should follow the New Testament. But yet they still look at Israel like they're some chosen people or some shit. Like they're so special. It's like, do y'all believe it? Do y'all follow the Old Testament or the New Testament? What y'all do? I don't know. Y'all, they be flip-flopping. That's why I don't get down with Christians like that. Some of them, most of them, I don't get down. Some of them, they cool. A lot of them are, they understand, but like some of them though, right? I don't know. They be confused sometimes. They don't know what part of the Bible they want to follow. I guess when it's convenient, they'll follow it then. When it's convenient, But I don't know. Oh man, not like Israel is still the great nation it was back then. Israel is no better. When were they ever a great nation? When was Israel ever a great nation? Even if you read the literature, the Bible literature, they were never a great nation. Ever. They've been in the captivity all throughout the Bible. When were they? When was Israel ever a great nation? From when they came out of Egypt? When? When? Even when they wanted a king, King David and King Solomon. You know, is that the period when they? Even though that's all literature to me too, but even when that time period was around, right? Is that when were they ever a great nation? They stayed in captivity throughout Babylon, you know, Assyria, the Persian captivity, Persians and the Medes, you know, Greek captivity, all that, all throughout the Bible. They were never great, never great. All right. Even terrorists are special. No, not that select group of people, terrorists. But who are you calling terrorists? Are you calling Iran terrorists? Right? You believe that bullshit that they're telling you? Right? If Iran was such terrorists, then why aren't the European nations aiding the United States right now? Why are people declining to aid the United States? If you are you saying that Iran is a terrorist nation? Is that what you're saying right now? Huh? Is that what you're saying right now? I mean, it can't be more worse than us, right? Our police shoot down people in the street every day for no fucking reason. Our policemen shoot down and kill citizens every day for no fucking reason over a seatbelt, over somebody declining to roll the window down, right? Our policemen are so trigger happy over here, but you want to call another nation a terrorist nation, but we over here terrorizing our own citizens every fucking day. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, what you got to say about that? We over here terrorizing our own citizens every day, but we got so much to say about Iran. We got so much to say about these other countries. But what the fuck? How are we better? How is the United States better than any other country? Explain that to me. Right? We got a homeless problem over here. A mental health crisis, homeless problem. People sleeping on the streets. Right? We're supposed to be the greatest nation in the world, but we got people sleeping on the streets in these cities. Sleeping under the bridge. Right? People dying for protesting. We ain't no better than these other people. We're not. We're not. Say what you want to fucking say. America ain't great right now. Make America great. We ain't great. How are we great? How are we great? Somebody please explain to me how are we great? Where are we great at? Where? Fucking diesel, $5.25 over here in Texas. $5.25 for diesel. We're so great, but these owner operators out here in Texas are struggling right now. Struggling. Prices are soaring because of this dumbass president. And our fucking workers, our everyday workers like me, myself, and the rest of our drivers out here are struggling. Right? I'm not an owner operator, not anymore. But we got our buddy's owner operator. He's paying $5, over $5 for diesel right now. And a lot of these guys on the oil field out here right now, out here in West Texas, are struggling because of this president. Struggling. You still support Trump? 79%, 75% say no, 25% say yes. Yep, when they took possession of Canaan, Israel ain't never took no full possession of Canaan, man. The hell y'all talking about? Israel ain't never took possession of shit. Regarding your poll, think of a storm that rips apart a massive house. That is what is happening to Trump power. So no, I don't support Trump or Harris. And I tell you what, I didn't support Harris at the time either, but right now it's like, bro, we wouldn't be in so much chaos if she was the president. I guarantee y'all that right now. We wouldn't be in all this bullshit if she was the president. We would. They make y'all think that these people are so fucking evil, man. I swear, they make y'all think that I'm telling y'all, man, the propaganda is real. The propaganda is real. This Abrahamic war is gonna go on forever. Ishmael and so-called Israel, right? So-called Semites, right? These people are gonna be fighting forever, man. They hate each other over fucking religious dogma. It's crazy. It's fucking wild.
Number one thing.
Oh, Mark Levin and Megyn Kelly got into it, a little spat, calling each other names and everything. Marjorie Taylor Greene hops into this and says, "Yeah, I agree that Mark Levin has a micro peen." Uh, just really crazy stuff. And Marjorie Taylor Greene has gone completely off the rails when it comes to MAGA. She's talking about, hey, she doesn't recognize MAGA. We need to be worried about, our future generation. We need to be worried about, the housing. Why are we in this war? Yada, yada, yada.
This war is not something that Americans voted for in 2024. As a matter of fact, we voted for the opposite. We voted for no more foreign wars, no more regime change. And we were told by many members in the administration throughout the campaign, J.D. Vance, Tulsi Gabbard, and others, that they believed that going to war with Iran would be a terrible idea. It was something that Charlie Kirk himself had said over and over again.
Damn! She got all it. So this didn't leave Megyn Kelly to lambaste Mark Levin for screaming or tattletelling to Daddy Trump. Because Trump puts out a True Social post saying that, hey, you know what, Mark Levin is one of the greats, yada, 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 and essentially, castigating anyone who's attacking Mark Levin or any type of anti-Semitism or this war in Iran.
Rather than dealing with it like a man by making a joke about it, whatever, ignoring it, brushing me back from the plate, he actually ran to the president of the United States. He ran to Donald Trump and had Trump send out a nice tweet about him last night, overnight.
I think it's hilarious. And let me just be clear. I give 0 Fs about Mark Levin, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Megyn Kelly.
Right. I know I don't shit about none of them. Oh man, why the fucking video buffering, bro? Come on, man. Shit together, man. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all still here with me right now. Put a 1 in the chat. You messing up my fucking live. Damn, can y'all hear me? Damn, she gonna keep calling too. Jesus Christ. That's why I don't like when people fucking drink, man. When people drink, they lose their fucking sense of they lose their mind when they drink. That's why I don't really like when people drink, man. Because you tell them something, and when you tell them something, they don't fucking remember shit. This is why I don't like when people drink. Literally, I told this person not to fucking call. Yes! I know you're calling me. But you're calling me after I told you not to call me, that I'll be fucking live. It's ridiculous. But you've been out drinking and then you start calling it back to back to back. You forgot that we talked and I told you I'll be live. Can y'all hear me? My goodness. I don't even know if anybody can hear me. I swear I don't even know if y'all can hear me. I might just be talking. Okay. All right, Sherry. How you doing, Sherry? Fuel prices are just going to continue to rise. Hello, Dom. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Uh, just kind of got pissed off because people are calling me, and I told them that I'll be live. But that's what happened when people go out and drink. They lose their fucking mind and they forget what was said. And they keep calling. They keep calling. Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Somebody said Trump for life. Okay. Well, you go ride his dick for life then. Yeah, I'm sure he'll like that. Support pedophiles and fucking rapists. You go do your thing. Birds of a feather fly. This don't make no fucking sense. This don't make no fucking sense. Yep, you already know. You already know. I already know. All right. Yeah, it's all right, buddy. We know you support a rapist. It's all good, man. It was proven by E.G. and Carroll. It was proven in court that he raped that woman in the 90s. And you still support him because birds of a feather flock together. It's all good, bro. Yeah, you probably rape little girls too. It's okay. It's all right, bro. We know y'all. Birds of a feather flock together. You, yep. You support a man who is fucking a PDF. I'm sorry. You support a man who was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein, but don't want to admit it. That's all good. That's who you support. Trump for life. Trump for life. Yeah. Yeah. Trump for life. Yeah. Yeah. Motherfucker ain't never did nothing for you. Nothing at all for you. Oh, yes, he did. He closed the border. I love when, hey, Sherry, I love when these dumbasses really think that Donald Trump closed them. And they never even been to the border. That's the funny part. Oh my God. I'm headed to El Paso right now, y'all. And these people down here are I'm telling y'all think these people are not still getting into this country. Y'all are stupid as hell. Y'all believe everything Donald Trump say. I swear it's the funniest shit ever. Like they really think that Donald Trump be standing on business. They really think that he be telling the truth. That's the funny part. They really believe that. Like I know people right now in Edinburgh, Texas, McAllen, Texas. I know people right now who are going and coming from Mexico every day without the passport, without border patrol. I know people in McAllen and in Edinburgh right now who go to Mexico and come back right now. They go and come. People still getting over here as they please. Y'all are so stupid, man. I swear, y'all are slow as fuck. Y'all crazy as hell. Y'all think he has a he's secured the borders. He secured the borders. Y'all dumb as fuck. Y'all believe the rhetoric. Y'all really believe the talking points. It's so funny. And none of y'all are really you're not even close. You're not even in the real world. You're not even out here. Literally, bro. I'm in El Paso. I'm headed to El Paso right now. I'm down here. I know what's going on. I'm hearing from the people. I know what's up. But a lot of you maggots, you MAGAs, you motherfuckers don't know shit. You just watch TV all day. You don't know nothing. That's it. You don't know what's going on in the real world. You don't. You don't. You just fall for the talking points every day from Fox News. That's it. Y'all don't know nothing. We secured the borders. We haven't had anybody come into the country in the last 9 months. Nobody. Nobody has crossed the borders in the last 9 months. The last 10 months, our borders has been 100% secure. That is a fucking lie, chat. That is a lie, chat. They're not talking about gas prices, right? They're not talking about how gas prices, diesel is $5.25 down here. $5.25. Donald Trump is messing up the owner operators right now. The owner operators are struggling right now, Donald Trump. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you so much, Donald Trump. You are literally fucking over our truck drivers right now. You are fucking them over. Thank you, sir. Great job. Make America great again, sir. You're doing such a phenomenal job. You're doing a great job, Donald Trump. You really are, sir. You're doing phenomenal. Good job. Awesome. Gas prices are up. Gas prices are up, sir. Food prices are up. Rent prices are up. Everything is up, sir. You moving on up, sir. You're doing a great job, sir. We salute you, sir. Sight, I'll never salute you. You're not my commander-in-chief. Even if I was in uniform, I wouldn't salute that bitch. I said what I said. Even if I was in uniform again, I would not salute that motherfucker. I'll never serve for Donald Trump. Ever. Again. I served for that motherfucker one time. I never do it again. And I'm more than capable of doing it. I'm 35 and I'm more than capable of still serving. I can pass a PT test with flying colors. Still, at this age. Try me, motherfuckers. Yeah. I didn't do the Warrior Challenge in Cuba for nothing. I didn't do the Warrior Challenge in Cuba for nothing. It placed 20th place out of fucking 500 soldiers. I didn't place 20th place out of 500 soldiers for nothing. I'm not no bitch. I'm not no bitch. Never have been, never will be. I didn't shoot expert for nothing. Yeah. Okay. I didn't run 2 miles in 10 minutes for nothing. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. I ain't talking to no bitch. Shout out to Joe Kent, man. Shout out to Joe Kent. Donald Trump just called one of our most decorated war veterans in modern times, Joe Kent. Donald Trump just called him weak. Called him weak because he came out and criticized this war in Iran. And then Laura Loomer, bitch ass. Laura Loomer? Who the fuck is Laura Loomer? Like, bitch, why do you even talk? Why do you even open your mouth? Bitch, go die somewhere, ho. She just disrespected his wife. Laura Loomer just disrespected Joe Kent's wife. This lady is a fucking veteran a Purple Heart. She should have a fucking Purple Heart who died overseas by a suicide bomber in Iraq. She died overseas and Laura Loomer just disrespected that woman. Came out and disrespected Joe Kent and his wife. Like, bitch, who are you, ho? To talk about our veterans like that. Are you fucking serious? And Donald Trump disrespected our veteran like that because he disagreed with you? Wow. Y'all support a man who who never served our country, ever was scared, was too pussy to serve our country. You support him and he just disrespected a war veteran, a man who deployed 11 times, a man who served and fought for our country overseas 11 times? Donald Trump just disrespected him. And that's who you support? Wow. You guys are not patriots, man. Donald Trump, he's not a patriot. You guys are not patriotic, bro. You support Donald Trump. I hate you, bro. Real talk. I don't like you. I don't like you. You need to just leave the country. Real talk. You don't stand for the Constitution at all. You don't. You support Donald Trump. You're not American. You're non-American. You anti-American. You anti-Constitution. You anti-veteran. You anti-veteran. You anti-American. You anti-Constitution. If you support Donald Trump, and you pretty much essentially just like him. You just like him, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you're a part of a fucking HT ring, like a trafficking ring, right? Most of you guys. All right. All right. All right. All right. Said bro. Said bro did not serve. Okay. See, Trump disrespect. That's what I had. Look, they proving my point. Birds of a feather flock together. They're un-American, bro. These people are un-American. They're anti-constitution. They're terrorists. That's crazy. Like you telling me that I did not serve. Are we back or what? Y'all let me know if we're back. Are we back or what? Y'all let me know if we're back. I don't know. I had to reconnect it. I don't know. I don't know. You serve this country, you's a bitch if you support Donald Trump. Because he don't give a fuck about veterans. Like I said, fuck you too. Quite frankly, you support a man who's anti-America. You're compromised. So you's a bitch too. Frank Brown, you's a bitch too, Frank Brown. Talking about you serve the country and you support Donald Trump, a man who don't. You're supposed to, bro. You're supposed to. Your job was to. You swore an oath to the Constitution, but you got a man who's fucking talking about a third term, blah 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 blah, thinking that he's entitled to a third term. No, bitch, you're not FDR, right? No, we have amended the Constitution to no longer give presidents more than 2 terms. Okay? But Donald Trump is trying to overstep that. But that's what you support that. You support Donald Trump and his reasoning behind, or you probably believe in Trump 2028, right? You swore oath to protect the Constitution, Mr. Frank Brown, not to fucking protect Donald Trump. You're not a fucking veteran, dude. Get the fuck out of here. A lot of you fucking guys in the military have been compromised. Unfortunately, you've been hoodwinked. Sorry. And a lot of you are pussies because you swore an oath to protect the Constitution. But yeah, you'll let this president tell you to do something unconstitutional. That's so crazy to me. Because you scared. Wow, man. I don't know what you got going on, Mike, but I'll pray for you, bro. I'll pray for you. But I'm doing a live, man. You know, sometimes I'm doing a live right now, bro, and you know, I be trying to focus on what my topic is and what I got going on. But I'll pray for you, bro. Whatever you got going on, because it's always something. When you come here, bro, it's always something going on. You know, and all I can do is pray for you. I don't know what I don't have the words to say to you, or you know, and I don't know what to say. All I can do is pray for you, brother. That's it. Every time you come in here, there's something wrong with you. Every time. There's something going on, something this, something that, right? And that's all I can do. I don't know what you think I can say. I don't know. All I can do is continue to pray for you, bro. That's it. I don't always have the words. I'm not a preacher, or I'm not a pastor, I'm not a therapist. I don't always have the words. All I can do is pray for you. That's it. That's it. That's all I can do. That's it. I got about 80 miles left until I make it to El Paso. I got about 80 miles left until I make it to El Paso. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't. Man. I don't know what to do. Like, Verizon has been shitty for me all 2025 going into 2026. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm gonna call them tomorrow and I'm gonna threaten them to leave. Like, literally, I'm not paying for this shit no more. I'm just not, bro. Like, I pay all this money for Verizon and the hotspot and all this shit for only for them to the service to be so shitty, man. So shitty. I don't know. It's just like Verizon has gone downhill. I don't know what's going on. It's like they're the new AT&T. You know, I don't know. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. But you know, MAGAs are stupid. You know, they really believe that the borders are secure. I've been to the border down there in down near Eatonburg, down near McAllen. I've been to the border all down here in El Paso. I talked to the people. The people are still moving. They're still moving through the back and forth Mexico. Like there's nothing there. Like people are still crossing the border every day. Y'all believe this bullshit that we had the most secured border. No one has crossed the borders in the last 9 to 10 months. We have secured the borders 100%. Y'all still believe that? Y'all are stupid as fuck. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are stupid. Y'all are naive. You're gullible. You're retarded. And quite frankly, you think you're just slow. You just don't know. You're stuck in your bubble, in your little whatever state you're in. You're stuck in that bubble, right? You don't know. You don't really know what's happening out here. You don't just watch Fox News all day, and you watch the president online, and you believe every word that comes out of the president's mouth. You believe that Donald Trump is a righteous man. You believe he's a Christian man. You believe everything that he says is law. You believe everything is 100% accurate. And you think because he talks funny at rallies, you think because he talks like this, he is telling the absolute truth. And in reality, there's still people crossing the border every single day. That's a fact. Hate to break it to you, maggots. Hate to break it to you. Oh, I voted for Donald Trump because he secured the border. Boy, you was hoodwinked. You was hoodwinked. We down here at the border. We know what's going on. Let me tell y'all something. I go through Border Patrol every single week. I go through CPB. Was it CPB? BP? CPB. Right? I go through Border Patrol every single week now. Y'all, they are so relaxed. They ain't checking no fucking body. They ain't checking nobody coming out from El Paso. They just passing you through. I'm gonna go live, guys. When I come back from El Paso, I'm gonna go live when I go through Border Patrol, and I'm gonna prove to you maggots that they don't fucking check you. I'm gonna prove to you motherfuckers that they don't fucking check you, cause y'all believe everything Donald Trump fucking say. Y'all believe everything this motherfucker say, cause y'all stupid as fuck. Trump for life. MAGA for life. Trump 2028. Yeah. I had the most secure border in the United States history. I secured the border. No one has come through the border in the last 10 months. I completely secured the borders. Y'all believe that shit? Boy, y'all are fucking dumb as fuck. Y'all are dumb as hell. I swear y'all are. Y'all are stupid. And quite frankly, that's literally the only talking point. That's the only reason they have for voting for him. It's so crazy. And they don't even know that it's false. Like they literally, oh, he secured the borders, right? When you ask him, what's your favorite policy? Why did you vote for Donald Trump? Oh, he secured the border. What if I told you that was a lie? What if I told you that was a lie, sir? Bam. Yo, check. When I come back from El Paso tomorrow, y'all be ready. Y'all be ready. I'm going live. I'm gonna go live tomorrow when I pass the Border Patrol. And I'm gonna show you motherfuckers how lax they are. How they do not check trucks and cars going through the points. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna prove it to the world. Since you motherfuckers want to believe these motherfuckers talking points all the time, Dom is gonna prove to y'all the facts in real time. I'm gonna prove it to y'all. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see Border Patrol stand out there and wave everybody through. No checks, no nothing. Just wave them through. Yeah, y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see it tomorrow. I'm gonna prove it to y'all. I hope all the MAGA people are listening. I hope y'all in the background right now just fucking listen. Just listen. Real talk. Is it still buffering? Do y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all hear me. Cause y'all motherfuckers ain't saying shit. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me know if y'all hear me. I don't know if my service is still buffering or not. I'm just talking. Man, Netanyahu is the thing. Netanyahu need to be sentenced to death. That's what he needs. Benjamin Netanyahu needs to be sentenced to death for his war crimes. That's what he needs to be done. Because believe it or not, I'm an Old Testament motherfucker. That's what I am. I like eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I'm an Old Testament motherfucker. War crimes. Motherfucker, he got those war crimes, sentence his ass to death. Benjamin Netanyahu. sentence his ass to death. No, don't the whole world, no. No, didn't God do that the first time? Did he flood the earth the first time? He got it wrong the first time. He repented that God repented that he made mankind the first time. He repented that he created man the first time. He made a mistake. He said, man, I made a mistake. I repent that I made man. I'm gonna flood this fucking earth and do it again. And what did that do for humanity? Did it fix anything? No, it did not. A lot of y'all don't like to be real about shit. A lot of y'all don't like to be real about shit. Human beings were so wicked, right? That God had to flood the earth to replenish the earth because human beings were so fucking wicked. And here we are today, and we still wicked as hell. So what did that do? What did that do? What did flooding the earth do? It didn't do a damn thing. But clean it, just gave it a shower. Didn't do nothing. Y'all don't like to talk about that, though. Don't nobody like to talk about that. Do God make mistakes? Yeah, he do. He made mistakes making some of these fucking people on earth, some of these evil ass people on earth. He definitely made a mistake. We got some evil motherfuckers on earth. And he created that. Maybe he need to flood this bitch again. Got some evil people, greedy, evil people in high places. Oh no, I'm just gonna send my son come down to earth. I'm gonna send my son to come down to earth, and he's gonna die for our sins. Hell, they killed his ass. He came down here and they killed his ass. They hung his ass on a tree. Said, motherfucker, we don't care that you're the son of God. We don't care. We gonna hang your ass too. I'm telling y'all, man, we live in an evil world. That boy said, sounds like he didn't learn. Why is being bad? What? Why is Benjamin Netanyahu bad? Fuck Benjamin Netanyahu. I ain't got to explain to you why he's bad. I ain't got to explain to you why he's bad. I'm not about to answer a question that's already known. Y'all know why he's bad. He's a war criminal. Y'all know why he's bad. I'm not about to explain nothing to you. You know. And if you don't know, go do your homework. Like I was saying, God flooded. He repented that he made mankind only to flood the earth and create people like Benjamin Netanyahu again. Only to flood the earth and create people like Donald Trump again. Only to flood the earth and create people like the cartel. Only to flood the earth and create people like Jeffrey Epstein again. Only to flood the earth and create evil people again. Y'all going crazy, man. But I ain't gonna get on God, man. Shout out to God. People like I'm not afraid. I'm Jacob. Jacob wasn't afraid to question God. I'm like Jacob. I'm not afraid to question God. A lot of y'all be afraid. I'm not afraid to question God. I'm not. Never have been. I've been questioning God since I was a young boy. I've been questioning him. I've been realistic in questioning God since I was a young boy. Since I was young. I've never been afraid to ask him questions that didn't make sense to me. or speak up and say shit about what's going on. Why is this? Why is that? I've been doing that since I was a child. Never been afraid to. I mean, if we're made in his image, right? We're made in his image, why not? Anyways, I ain't gonna make this about that, but Trump, let's go. Somebody said we got 100 votes today. Not that many votes. I don't care what you need. I'm asking you to stop spamming. Oh yeah, for sure. You're making fake statements regarding the man. Making fake statements. Oh, you a Netanyahu supporter? Oh my gosh. You're a Benjamin Netanyahu supporter. Oh my gosh. You support Netanyahu? You support a war criminal? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I told you not to come back here again. You come back to my town again. What's your town at? Where your town at? Where your town at, my man? So I can pull up to your town. I'm really curious as to what you're gonna do. Where's your town at? Let me know. Oh, yeah, that dude is stupid, Sherry. Don't worry about him. I told you that you gotta check in. Check in where? Check in where? Somebody said driving and streaming is dumb as fuck. Let's be real. Let's be real. Get your bitch ass off my channel. Let's be real. Y'all see that right there? Y'all see that right there? That checkpoint, border patrol checkpoint over there? Yeah. Those people just go right through. They literally just go right through. They don't even stop. They don't even stop, chat. And I'm gonna show you tomorrow. I'm gonna show you tomorrow that border patrol don't stop anybody. They just let everybody go right through. I'm gonna show you tomorrow. Watch. But Trump secured the borders. He secured the checkpoint, the borders. Everybody could just come through willy-nilly. Border Patrol don't do shit right there. They don't do nothing. They just wave everybody through. What up, King Lopez? What's good with you, King Lopez? Likewise, man. Always good to see you, King Lopez, brother. Real talk. Real talk, man. We on the way to El Paso, man. We on the way to El Paso, man. We almost in El Paso, man. Where the border is not secure like Donald Trump said it is. People moving freely every day as they please from Mexico to Texas every day.
What Donald Trump said, he secured the borders. He said the border is the most secure they have ever been. And I literally just passed the checkpoint here down here and where I go through almost every week. I go through the checkpoints every week for Border Patrol, and they don't check anybody, Chad. And I'm gonna prove to you tomorrow that Border Patrol is lax. They're so lax, they just wave everybody through. They don't do any checks. And I'm gonna prove to you tomorrow, Chad. Since you guys believe that Donald Trump secured the borders and he secured everything, no one is coming through, right? Y'all guys believe, but you believe all the talking points that Donald Trump tell you, right? Because you're so gullible, right? And you think that he is the best president that ever served presidency ever, and you just gotta be so delusional. And so you must know, you must know that Donald Trump lies to you every chance he get. He lied to you. Okay, every chance Donald Trump get, it's not a day that go by that a lie does not come out of his mouth. Okay, understand this. Understand this. This is brain dead behavior, but you're still here, right? You're still in my chat, right? I'm so brain dead. T, what's up, T? T is in the building, y'all. Shout out to my moderators. T, long time no see. Long time no see. We on the way to El Paso. I ain't gotta check in nowhere. I ain't never had to check in any city. I've been to Chicago, I've been to Atlanta, I've been to Dallas, I've been to Houston, I've been everywhere. I've been El Paso, I've been everywhere. I never had to check in nowhere. LA, I check in for who? For where? These guys so delusional, man. These guys are so delusional. They really think they run something. They really think they run something. Let's get rid of who this is. Let's get rid of Mammy C for 86,000 seconds. Maybe they'll come back with a different view tomorrow. Let's get rid of Mammy C for 86,000 seconds. How about that? He must didn't read my fucking description. Let's get rid of his ass for 86,000 seconds. That's 1,433 minutes. Let's get rid of his ass or her ass, whoever the hell that is. 86,000 seconds. Let's get rid of his ass for 86,000. Boom! Bye-bye. Try chatting again, motherfucker. Talking bad shit. We should be back now. We should be back now. Key Lopez said he getting up out of here, bro. Stay in your line. Finna stay in your line. Hey, my eyes are closing. Hey man, appreciate that, Key Lopez, bro. Hey, get you some rest, bro. It is late, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely late. So yeah, I'm getting tired of Verizon, y'all. Verizon is failing me. I don't know what's going on. The service has been terrible. It's been terrible lately. So I don't know who to go to now. I don't know who to go to no more. It's like, who's better than Verizon Wireless at this point? AT&T is trash. No, T-Mobile don't really work out here in the middle of nowhere. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point. I don't know what to do. Oh my God. Let's see. Let's see if we can get back into some of these videos.
T, where you been at, T? Dang, T, I ain't seen you in weeks. Where you been, T? How you doing? It's been weeks, Sherry. Sherry, it's been weeks since we seen T shouting. It's been weeks. Everything going all right? Woo, 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 woo. I have lupus, so I've been sick lately. Oh, T, I'm sorry you've been sick. I'm sorry you didn't been feeling the best lately, T. How you feeling now? Is it better now, T? Never seen the country so divided in my lifetime. Yeah, I know. You're welcome, T. The country is so divided because we have a divisive president who never take accountability and responsibility for nothing. All he do is point the finger at the Democrats for everything. It comes and goes. That's tough. That's tough. Never knew you had lupus, but I appreciate you feeling comfortable letting us know and sharing your story with us, T. Maybe you told. I don't know if you told me that before. I don't remember you telling me that. No, it's not both ways. They just criticize him for the bullshit that he does. It's not. It's not both ways. It's not. It's not. It's one way. But he want to take account. He want to take credit for all the things that's going good, but point the finger for everything that goes bad. That's not. That's one way. He want to take credit for the stock market, even though the stock market was already on the rise in 2023 when President Biden, 2022 actually, when President Biden actually turned the country around from the mess that he left from 2016, 2019 when COVID first started, right? Joe Biden actually turned the country around. He actually brought inflation down from when it skyrocketed because of COVID, right? But he want to take credit for that's the Dow. The Dow reached 50,000. The Dow, within my first year in office, the stock market the Dow reached 50,000. The stock market was already on the rise when Joe Biden was the president. But he want to take credit for all the good things, everything, all the good shit. But when something is bad, something happens. Oh, Sleepy Joe, Joe Biden. It was Joe Biden's fault. This administration is a joke, bro. Literally a joke. A joke. A joke, literally. The biggest joke I've ever seen. And as far as I know. The biggest unprofessional joke I've ever seen coming from the White House, ever. Ever. Unpresidential. No, I never. I haven't. T, thank you, T. I appreciate you, T. Yeah, I've been wondering about you. I haven't been going live every day since I've been here in Texas because they given me a lot of the longer routes, and it's been kind of like, I usually drive nights, right? But I had to start earlier today. I had to take off earlier today because this is from Dallas to El Paso. This in a truck, this is a 10.5 hour drive. So I had to start earlier today. And so, I really been just getting my rest here in Texas. making sure that my sleep is there, and just stay alert, arrive alive, stay awake. Stay awake. That's right. So Dusty's in the building. Dusty is in the building, y'all. Dusty is in the building. He said, I've been busy this week. Hope y'all are doing well. I got a doctor's appointment this Wednesday later today. Okay, Dusty, we're doing pretty good, man. Can't complain too much. Good to see you, Dusty, too. Good to see you, buddy. And keep us updated tomorrow. I might be live tomorrow. I don't know. Keep us updated if you can, you know. If you can, let us know what's going on. Let us know what's going on, man. Appreciate all of y'all. I'm gonna cut the live though, man. I've been live for a little while. I'm almost at El Paso. And just for the record, I'm gonna restate this again for you MAGAs out there. All right, Donald Trump lied to you, but he told you that he secured the borders, okay? Donald Trump did not secure the borders the way you think he did, okay? There's people coming in from Mexico every day, from Eastburn to El Paso to McAllen. There's people getting into this country every day, still at will. He told you he secured the border, he lied. Borders. So, see you guys next time. T, love all of you. Take care. T, take care. Sherry, take care. I'll catch you guys next time. Much love.